The little boy was walking while playing on his phone and failed to notice a river ahead. Then both the phone and the boy fell straight into the river together. The surrounding bystanders showed no intention of rescuing the boy at all. Just at that moment a middle-aged man happened to pass by. Seeing this sudden scene, the man did not hesitate and jumped into the river to pull the boy out. Right after that he prepared to perform CPR, but the bystanders quickly warned him not to act recklessly and to be careful of being falsely accused. They also urged him to take the child to the hospital as soon as possible. However, the man felt there was no time left. He could not worry about anything else and decided to save the child first. Before long the boy slowly regained consciousness. The people watching nearby all praised him and said he was truly impressive. At that very moment a man and a woman hurried over. The woman immediately questioned him why he did not send her son to the hospital. The people nearby could no longer stand it. They pointed out that it was clearly the man who saved her son, yet she was still blaming him here. Unexpectedly the woman directly slapped the man and accused him of trying to harm her son by not taking him to the hospital after he fell into the water. The man quickly explained that the situation had been urgent and there was no time to go to the hospital, but the other man suddenly kicked him to the ground. He claimed that if the child had not been in good condition he would have been harmed by his actions just now. The rescuer had never expected these two to be so unreasonable and aggressive. His kind act of saving someone had instead brought him trouble. But the woman questioned how her son could have fallen into the river while walking normally. She even accused the man of being a trafficker with bad intentions toward the child. The man tried to explain but was slapped again by the other man, who also ordered him to kneel down and apologize immediately. The rescuer had clearly acted out of kindness yet was being forced to kneel and apologize. He found it impossible to accept. Seeing that he refused to kneel, the man immediately shoved him toward the riverside and pressed his head into the water. At this point the bystanders could not tolerate it any longer and stepped forward to testify for him. They also told the woman to ask her own child. The man also urged the boy to tell the truth honestly. However, when the boy thought about his mother finding out that his newly bought game console was lost, he knew he would be scolded if he told the truth. So he instantly turned against the man and accused him of trying to harm him. The onlookers were completely shocked that the boy would lie like this. They all criticized him for being dishonest. Yet the woman remained extremely arrogant. She stepped forward and slapped several bystanders one by one. The man also picked up a brick and threatened them to leave immediately. Seeing how unreasonable the pair were, everyone had no choice but to leave quietly. After that the man directly threw the brick at the rescuer, then dragged him to the shore and continued to insult him harshly. He even arrogantly declared that the woman was the daughter-in-law of the richest family, and that her father-in-law was the richest man. Hearing this, the rescuer froze in place, because his true identity was actually the richest man. Over the years he had been busy developing rural areas. Just the day before his son had called to tell him he was married, and that he even had a 5-year-old grandson. He hoped his father would host a family recognition banquet to welcome his wife and child. But the richest man had already investigated his daughter-in-law, and believed that his son would not have a good outcome with her. However, his son thought this was just his father's prejudice. He insisted his wife was gentle and virtuous and that he would understand after meeting her. Hearing this, the richest man reluctantly agreed for the sake of his grandson, and decided that if she was truly as virtuous as his son claimed, he would immediately transfer all company shares to her. Little did he know that the so-called virtuous woman had long colluded with another man. It was precisely because the two of them were absorbed in their affair and neglected the child that the boy ended up falling into the river. At this moment the woman was still lost in her fantasy, claiming that her father-in-law would return